Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is November 18, 2021. Let's do a quick market prep for tomorrow, November 19, 2021. With that, let's look at beaten down stocks, stock with high short ratio and low price stocks, and look at top stocks to sell put options and top stocks to buy call options, and also look at insider buys and institutional buys, and look at TTM squeeze indicator and see what stocks can go higher pretty quickly. So with that, let's jump in and get started. From a market news perspective, today we had a little bit down day in Dow Jones Industrial Average. All these big name industrials are down a little bit. Nasdaq and S&P 500 managed to gain a little bit. I think it's a pretty good run so far. As you look through here, few news items. The shipping costs are driving the prices up here. Some consumer products are going higher by 10%. So we got to be careful here as we go into holiday season. There'll be more and more shipping going on. There could be some increased cost as we go forward. And next news is a big one here. Apple is reportedly, doing the electric vehicles here. It's a matter of when, not if. I think Apple can do a good job with electric vehicles. Their laptops and machines are so stable. If they put the same quality to work, in these electric vehicles, I think it will be a super hit. And Apple has got a lot of money. They can do some great job here. With their computer knowledge and software knowledge, they can do a good product here. And we got here, supply chain issues everywhere. America's booming demand is causing supply chain issues. We'll see if it can get under control as we go forward. And because of the chip issues, auto manufacturers like Ford and Global they are stepping into the chip business here. They are working with the global foundries in case of Ford, and GM is also partnering. They want to be in the chip business game so that way they can control their own destiny. So with that, let's jump in here and get started. As you look through stock news here, we got Palo Alto Network. It's a great company, cyber security. As you look through here, stock has done nicely after this earnings here. Right now, stock is a little bit hot here. I would wait for a little pullback and then buy. It's one of the stable companies. Nice 1 year, 77% here, and it's been doing pretty well so far. Little high equity, debt to equity here. Little more leverage on the balance sheet. Many companies are borrowing more money because interest rates are low here. But I think they have to be a little careful here. This is a little too high debt here. And then you got Intuit. Intuit is a rocket ship, as you can see. It's doing great here, up 76%. Today it came down a little bit. I think Intuit is a good one to buy on when it's pulled back a little bit. Now it's super hot. And then you got Applied Materials. I think these guys are also blaming supply chain problems here, but I think stock did pretty okay here. A great performance here, 115% in 1 year. And you got Farfetch here. I think stock managed to do well in the during the season here, during the day here, up 1.1%. I think Farfetch is a good one here. We'll see if it drops. If it drops, we could buy some. And we got Williams Sonoma here. They topped the street estimates here. Stock did pretty okay here. A good one. And we got Workday. Workday names a new CFO, acquires a company here. Stock is pulled back a little bit against high RSI. We would wait for a little pullback here. And when Nvidia, one of my favorite stock here, they reports record sales and earnings. Stock did pretty well here. As you see here, again, RSI is high. I would wait for a little pullback in Nvidia and then go from there. So with that, now we'll look into Thinkorswim platform from TD Ameritrade and look at the futures market. From a futures market perspective, S&P 500 is up by 18 points. It's been doing very well off late. We'll see how it goes. Dow Jones is also up. Nasdaq is up 90. That's a great run here. Nasdaq is consistently doing very well here. All these small downturns are all buying opportunities. This is doing great here. And then you got Dow Jones Industrial Average, a little bit weak here, but up nicely as you can see here. It's up 121 points. That's a great run here. And Russell 2000 is a little bit down as you can see here. You could still buy some great Russell 2000 stocks here, given it's pulled back a little bit here. With that, let us jump in and look at the bonds here and see what bonds are doing. As you look through, we got the ZB here with 30-year treasury, 30-year bond here. It's a little bit weak here as you can see here. Interest rates are also a little bit weak as you can see here. This should be helping the stock market. That's why stock market is up a little bit given bond, the interest rate is down right now and bonds are also down. And as you look through here, crude oil is a rocket ship again. It's doing pretty okay after the some drop here. We could look at some great oil stocks if you're up to it. But typically, I don't buy too many oil stocks unless there's a compelling, bargain. And then we got gold here. Gold is also doing very well. A little bit weakness here after a nice run here. We could also look at some great gold stocks here and take it from there. And as you look through here from a top stock perspective, we'll quickly run through few here. Apple is doing great here. Look, up $4 here. Apple is in an all-time high right now. I would be waiting for a little more pullback here. This is too hot for me. Apple is at RSI 71. Microsoft again rocket ship. Let's wait for a little pullback. Even this big cap company managed to go up by $2 here. That's a great performance here. And we got Amazon.com again, super hot as you can see here. Last month was a great opportunity to buy Amazon here, and we had one more opportunity. Right now it's a little high. I would wait for a pullback. You always get some pullback with Amazon.com. That's when to buy this company. Facebook is a little weak as you can see here. RSI is 52. You could still buy some Meta or Facebook here and take it from there. And we'll look at a few more here. So we got Google here. Google is doing great as you can see, a rocket ship. I would wait for a pullback. Same story with Netflix, super hot right now. RSI is about 58 here. Nvidia is again rocket ship. I would wait for a pullback. But J&J you could buy here. It's a little bit lower RSI 46. You could buy and accumulate. Great company. They're also splitting themselves into two companies. One on the consumer goods side, other one on the medical or healthcare side of the house. So with that, let's jump in here and look at a few more. So here you got defense contractor Lockheed Martin. It's trying to turn around as you can see here. Low RSI, you could still buy Lockheed Martin here and take it from there. AbbVie, Accenture, and CrowdStrike. Out of this, I think CrowdStrike you could still buy here at this. In fact, I bought some CrowdStrike today, just to add to my position of core holdings. It's a great one to buy. Great cybersecurity stock here. And let's look at one more or a couple more here. All right, so now we got a few more here. Home Depot, Lowe's, both are doing great here, super hot. TJX is also hot here. McDonald's is also great stock. Let's wait for a little pullback here. And let's look at a couple more here. All right, now we got financials. As you see here, financials are in a position where you can buy them. There are great financial stocks you could buy into this weakness here. You got JP Morgan, a little bit weak here, RSI 36. Goldman Sachs, RSI 38, very low right now. As you can see here, Goldman RSIs are reaching the oversold level here. You could buy some Goldman Sachs into this weakness here. Square and PayPal, both great buys here. You would not get these type of opportunities too often. I think it's good to buy both these companies here. And with that, let's look at two more here. Tesla, I think it's doing great here. RSI 58. I would wait for a little more pullback here and then buy Tesla. Neo you could buy now. It's below 40, $38. Great buy here. I think it's a good one to buy. Whereas Lucid and Fisker are super hot. I would wait for a little pullback here and then buy those. We'll look at one more here. There you go. We got Stoneco, Brazilian play here. The stock came down pretty hard. Even today it came down a little bit. I'm acquiring Stoneco as well as PAGS slowly and holding a nice position here. And PaySafe also came down a little bit. I think it's stabilizing slowly. I've been buying some PaySafe here and accumulate. And we got Cisco. Cisco is one of the great opportunity to buy now. Stock is down $3.13. Wait for a week or two, this will go higher. I think it's a good time to buy some Cisco and accumulate. And we got Marathon Digital, Bitcoin play. I would be a buyer of this stock here and go from there. So with that, let's jump into Excel spreadsheet and look at some top-notch ETF and look at few trends. So with that, let's jump in here and look at top ETFs. So as you look through here, I've sorted this by top indices and sector ETFs. As you look here, we got SPY, nice volume, and we got few more XLF. Keep watching here. I would not recommend buying SPY basket here. Instead, look for low RSI candidates like XLF and so on and so forth. I can click on low RSI here. It will bring up just the low RSI candidates here. Right now, you could buy some great financial stocks, in XLF. If you're up to it, you could buy some TLT, but TLT, you got to be careful. As you look through here, you don't make too much money. You could make it made around like -6% in 1 year. It's a hedging play. You would not buy TLT per se, but it's just for hedging. And then you got oil and metal, and even XLC communications, where we have Facebook and some of these stocks. That's also down a little bit. I would look at those scenarios for to buy here with the lower RSI, as you can see here. And if I just do a auto filter here and do a volume sort, you could look at all the low RSI ETFs here. These are the places where you could invest. As you can see here, we got EWZ, Brazil. No wonder Brazil stocks are down big time. You could buy some Brazil ETF itself, or buy some great stocks of Brazil like PAGS, like Stoneco, and take it from there. And as you scan through here, Stoneco is actually not a ETF here. Let's cut that out here. And we got few more, as you can see here. Bitcoin, BITO is a new Bitcoin futures ETF. That's down a little bit. And then we got few more, as you can see here. XBI, Jets, which is the air travel here. I think that's also in a good position. We can buy slowly. Arc Innovation, it's also down. So these are some little bit down RSI ETFs here. You could buy those slowly and look at the stock itself underneath this ETF and buy those slowly. So with that, what we'll do now is we'll look at major trends here and see what are the few major trends we can benefit from. As you see here, these are the major trends here. We got Bitcoin here, Grayscale, Bitcoin Trust. Right now, RSI is 50. Bitcoin has been coming down, as you can see here, for past 1 day, 5 day, 10 day. This is when typically I end up slowly acquiring some of these Bitcoin stocks like Marathon, like BT, and some of the stocks of the sort here. And slowly accumulate. You don't buy Bitcoin when it's doing great. Instead, you wait for a little pullback like this year, slowly start accumulating and go from there. And same story with the ETHE. It's also a good time to slowly accumulate, given RSI a little lower here. And we got clean energy also down for a couple of days here. You could slowly accumulate some clean energy stocks here and go from there. And we got here ARC Human Genomics, that's down big time for a while now. This is a good time to slowly acquire great human genomic stocks here and go from there. And we got cannabis also down, as you can see here nicely. You could also buy some cannabis names. And if you see here, as you go further, we got biotechnology. There are some great play here. You could buy at a lower price here. And then you got your financials. Fintech is down big time. You could buy some great fintech names now easily. And we got cloud computing, that's also down. All these stay home stocks, they're down right now. You could buy some of those. Social media down, and even space ETF is also down here. Those are some good opportunities for us to buy. Now let's look at country ETF and see what we can buy from a country ETF perspective. So as you can see here, we got United States is super hot. RSI is 66, 68 here, but most other countries have got low RSI. Let me just get the lower RSI candidates here. As you can see here, we got Brazil, Russia, South Korea, Latin America, all these work here. All of them have got low RSI. You could look at these ETFs and look at what stocks they have, or you could even buy some of these ETFs and go from there. So with that, what we'll do now is we'll look at the stock market here and what we can buy in the stock market and take it from there. So as you look through here, we got all the great stocks here. Let's do a filter with the volume greater than 1 million. We want nice stocks, liquid stocks here, and let's see what's beaten down in one day, which is today. So as you look through here, we got all these beaten down stocks in today. Look here, we got lottery.com, $8 stock here. Nice institution buy. I love this institution buy here. And right now, there is no margin here. There's a nice gross margin though, 70%. I like it. It's a newer company, just about 1 month or so. So this is a contrarian play. We don't have too much data, but given it's got a nice gross margin, stock has been falling off late. I think debt to equity ratio is a little bit high. They have a little bit debt on the balance sheet here. And given the institutions are buying, that's a catalyst here. You could slowly invest some money into this lottery.com and go from there. I would not put too much money, just put some money, track it, and add to the position as we go forward. And as we scan through, we got a few more stocks down big time. CYTO, as you can see, are down 19%. This has gone up in 5 days though, but today it's down big time. And look here, RSI is a little higher. I would wait for a little more pullback here and then go from there. What we'll do now is we don't want to look at these high RSI candidates. Let's just look at low RSI candidates here, and that will give us a little better idea. So now we are eliminating some weaker plays here, and let's also say we want a low debt candidates here. Let's just click on low debt here. Now we are getting low debt candidates, and let's also say we want positive gross margin, so we eliminate some more weaker candidates here. Now we are getting a little more stronger candidates. As you can see here, we got all low RSI candidate, tells you stock is sold off here. And we got nice gross margin that tells you companies doing better from a bottom line perspective. So now we are getting somewhere here. You could look at these stocks here like OCFT here and CERT. Nice, some of these companies like OCFT here, nice quarter over quarter sales growth and gross margin. I love this situation here. And also they got 1 year sales growth also. I think this one is a good one. Even though you see a red everywhere here, you could buy this China play here slowly and accumulate. And as you scan through, some companies have got nice, insider buy or an institution buy. You could buy those companies like DH here, even though it's a newer company here, maybe 1 month old or so. You could buy this slowly and accumulate. As you scan through, we got few more. Look here, we got Tom Siebel's company C3AI down big time here, 11% down. This is not catching a break. It's been falling off, since a long time now. So you could slowly accumulate some C3AI. Don't buy too much. It's a good stock. It might take a while to recover, long-term play, but I'm sure this will do very well. And you got Alibaba, China play here, down big time here. You could buy some Alibaba. into this weakness and go from there. And I love AWH here. Great stock here, done big time. If you buy this and hold, I'm sure in a maybe 6 months time it will easily double from these levels here. And we got few more, as you can see here. I think we could focus on the candidates where you have nice sales growth and gross margin, like Alibaba. We could also just say positive gross margin. Let's say we want positive sales growth here, so we eliminate some weaker stocks here. These are the great ones you could buy here. Now we get solid candidates. There is a positive quarter over quarter sales growth, positive gross margin, and low debt. That's the secret sauce for stocks to go higher. So we got all these great plays here. I love stocks like NVTA here, great one. TDoc, great one. Encino is one of my favorite here. Look, RSI is very low. Stock has been dropping. It's a great time to buy some Encino and take it from there. Look, BT, finally it's below $10. It's a great time to buy some BT and sock it away. And we got a few more here as to scan through. We got Rekor, IDEX, CLK, one of my favorite here, and Lightspeed. It's also coming down off late. You could buy some Lightspeed also. And we got Nano Dimension here, great stock here, down big time. You could accumulate. It's even below 5. That's a great buy here. And we got Growth Generation, again a great cannabis stock here. This has been coming down a lot. You could slowly accumulate this. Go to at these levels, it's good to buy. Below $3 you should accumulate. In a week's time it will go above $3. You could check it off. And we got Cinedigm here. Cinedigm, as you can see here, it's a bit down of late. Nice sales growth and nice gross margin. You could buy some Cinedigm here. And we got few more, as you can see here. So what we'll also do next is look at our favorite stock here, Pega0 and Zynga. I love this one also. Video game play. Next, we'll look at even stronger candidates with the net margin positives. I'll say net margin greater than 0 here. Now you'll get even stronger candidates. So these are the great ones you could just buy and hold. These companies make money. At the end of the day, they have a nice net margin here. Strong companies. I think these are the good ones to buy. Look, we got DDD, 3D Systems, Pega0. We got Tencent, Grow Generation, all great stocks here. You could even Pinterest, one of my favorite here. And even tech is a good one. You could buy these stocks here, and these are the great ones to grow your portfolio. Even Excel, I love this one too. Activision Blizzard, a great one. Stock has been dropping off of late. You could buy some here. And as you scan through, we got few more names. You could buy these names slowly. Disney, look here, we got a recovery play here, down off late. Low RSI, you could easily buy some Disney here and go from there. I also like Intel. Intel is a great play here. So with that, you could look at some of these names here and accumulate them slowly and take it from there. So now what we'll do is we will sort this and look at high insider and institution buy. So let's go here, auto filter this and look at volume greater than 1 million shares traded, and let's look at insider buy here. As you scan through here, let's give it a minute or so. These are all the great stocks with nice insider buy. As you can see, look here, we got CLI. What happened? It ran away. Okay, on top here, CLI, 495% insider buy. That's a huge insider buy here. And let's also do low RSI here, so we don't look at high RSI candidates here. There you go. So we're getting low RSI candidates. I think these are the good ones. And we should also say gross margin, positive here. So now we are getting stronger candidates. So you could look at these names here. Look, if you still have high insider buy here, you could look at these names and buy them slowly and take it from there. And as you see here, we got few great stocks here. We got ATER, it's been going down off late. I'm sure it will bounce back soon. And we got a few more. AEI, little company here. Look here, just $63 million market cap here. Nice insider buy, nice institution buy here. Stock has been stalling off late. I think it's a good one to slowly buy and accumulate. And we got few more like Six Flags. It's again a recovery play here. And we got MGI, one of the, again a great company here. You could look at these names here and buy them slowly and accumulate. We got here our Sarepta. It's one of my favorite stock here. Look here, this is turning around. So keep watching the turnaround place here, like the one here, Six Flags turning around. You could buy some. These turnaround candidates are good ones. You could slowly buy them and accumulate them. And what we'll do now is we'll also see if we can get a good combination where there's a nice insider buy and there's also institution buy. Let's just say we want institution buy greater than 10%. Now we'll get the secret good combo here where there's a good insider buy as well as there is a good institution buy. See, we got some insider buys dropping off here. Now we got a combination here. So, these three stocks at the top here, nice insider buy as well as nice institution buy. These are the good ones here. Let's do one thing. Let's try to drop this back to maybe, greater than 5% here, so we don't exclude a lot of these stocks with a nice insider buys. There you go. So now we got insider buy here, institution buy also here. So you could look at these names here and buy them slowly, like Toast here, one of my favorite here. Toast has got nice insider buy, nice institution buy. Stock is dropping off big time. I think this is a good one here. Nice 20% gross margin here. About $1.4 billion company. RSI is low. You could buy this one and accumulate. And we got a few more here you could look at. Keep watching. I think we'll go up to this point here. BTBT is a great one here. And you could look at RSKD here. Brazilian play. Israel play. You could buy that one too. And we got a few more you could look at and buy them slowly. So with that, we'll just look at institution buy here. So there are a lot more with a lot of institution buy. Let's do that and take it from there. Let me auto filter quickly and volume greater than 1 mil. And let's say I want just institution buy. Let's give that a minute. All right, so now we are getting all nice institution buy here. Let's say we want low RSI candidates. We don't want to waste our time on high RSI candidates. These are beaten down here. Let's say gross margin positive. So we get gross margin positive here. Now we are getting some great candidates here. Look, nice institution buy, low RSI, and let's also say low debt here. Let's eliminate some high debtors here. Now we got strong stocks with nice balance sheet here. These are the good ones you could buy here. Slowly accumulate and go from there. We got up here, wheels up. We got DH. Keep watching how the stock has been doing in 1 day, 5 day. Some cases like YMM, Full Truck Alliance, it's turning around right now. That could be a good turnaround play here. And as you scan through, we got one more down here. Oatly is also turning around. It had a huge big fall earlier this week. I think this is a good one to buy slowly and accumulate. And we got a few more like Veritone here. This used to be a high flying stock couple years ago. Now it's down. Nice sales growth, nice gross margin. You could buy this one too. What we'll do now is we look at stronger candidates here. Let's say we want positive sales growth. Now we eliminate a lot of these weak links here. But what happens is insider sales also gets dropped off. We got few stocks here. I love stocks like apps here, great stock here. You could also buy BIT Mining here, given RSI is low here. This used to be a high flyer before. And you got Boxlight, BTBT, all good plays here. Palantir at these levels, it's a great one. I love Palantir at these levels. Nice sales growth, nice gross margin. And we got a few more. Perigo is a great stock here. I think it's coming down off late. You could buy some Perigo. It'll have a nice bounce here. And we got a few more as you can scan through here. All great stocks. You could buy these into this weakness here, given there is a low RSI. So with that, now what we'll do is we'll look at few more candidates here. I'll take you a little bit down here. You could see some great stocks. Stocks like DraftKings has been dropping off of late. You could slowly buy some. Moderna, after dropping a big time, now there's a nice 1 day, 5 day rally here. You could still buy some Moderna at these levels here. And we've got a few more as you can scan through. We got Dynatrace, one of my favorite stock. You could buy Dynatrace right now with the low RSI level. And we got a few more as you can see here. We got ALKS here, great stock, trying to recover here after a big drop. You could buy some ALKS, very low price stock here. And we got Tiger. Tiger is also down here. You could buy some Tiger. It's a great stock. You could slowly accumulate. 3D Systems, again a great play here. So with that, what we'll do now is we will look at few more things here and take it from there. So we will say we want a stock that's dropped off big time in 10 days or so. So that way we can look at the trend here and go from there. Volume greater than 1 mil, and we want to look at stocks that are down in a 10-day time frame. All right, let's give that a minute. All right, so now we get a nice list of stocks here. The stock at the top here with the huge drop in 10-day here, and it's in a descending order. Let's eliminate weak links here. Let's say we want a low RSI, so that way we get nice stocks which are sold off, and we also want positive gross margin here. Now we are getting stronger candidates, and you could look at some of these names here, and slowly look at stocks that are rebounding here, like Rekor. Rekor was down big time here. Now it's recovering. You could still buy some Rekor given RSI is very low here. And we got one more here, Heps. Heps is also trying to recover here after big drop here. This is also a good one to slowly buy. And we got a few more names. Right now, many of these are not recovering. But if you see here, Oatly, we already talked about it. Recovering, you could buy some of those here. And we got 3D Systems, ALKS, it's also recovering. You could buy some ALKS and so on and so forth. And now let's also look at positive sales growth. So we look at even stronger companies dropped off big time in 10 days. Look here, all these companies have got nice sales growth, nice gross margin. Many of them satisfy rule of 40 here. You could buy these names. Look here, Jamf after dropping big time. It's still trying to slowly it doesn't have so much drop like before. Jamf could be a good one to slowly buy. Even though Apple is coming up with a competitive product, I'm sure this can stay around and do well. And we got a few more. Bluebird Bio. It's still down here. You could buy this contrarian stock here. Stock has been dropping off late here. You could slowly buy some and go from there. Schrodinger, a great stock here, down big time. You could buy that one too. And I like stocks like NVTA, and so on and so forth. Even Jumia is a good one. You could buy that one too. We got National Vision here, a great stock on a sale here. You could buy this one also. So with that, I think these are the great stocks you could slowly buy and acquire. Given they are down big time in last 10 days, and some of them are trying to recover in the near term, as you saw here. Even there's one more here, AGen. It's also trying to recover, as you can see here. So with that, we'll look at a few more things and take it from there. So folks ask me all the time, hey, what stocks I can sell, put options and make some money. There is all folks always like to buy put options because there is a great there's a great probability of you generating income if you sell put options on the right stocks. The key to sell put options is to look at the stock with the low, high IV percentile. That's number one. So if you sort it here, you get all high IV percentile. Look here, IV percentile 79, 68, all high IV percentile. That's when you get more premium when you sell put options. And we also want stocks to be a little more sold off here, because the stock is sold off means there is a potential for this to go higher. Now we are getting high IV percentile and low RSI. That's a winning combination when you sell put options. And we'll also go for stronger candidates. We don't want weak links when you sell put options. Let's go with the positive gross margin stocks here. Now we are even getting stronger candidates here. And when you sell put option, you want to make money. You don't want too low price stocks here, because you don't make any money with the premium. We should also say we want stock price greater than $30 here. Now we'll get nice stocks where you can sell put options here. And because the list is small, we could even go, volume greater than 500k here. You'll get a little more stocks here. And these are the great ones to sell some put options. As you can see here, nice IV percentile here, and also nice sales growth here, nice gross margin. You could go after these candidates here and sell some put options. And if you don't like high debt candidates here, you can eliminate them. Let's say we want lower debt here. Now you get a little bit shorter list here. These are the great ones to sell some put options here. Just a handful of them. Great sales growth, great gross margin here. Some of them have got net margin like Alibaba and Victory here. These are the great stocks. You could sell some put options and make some money that way. So with that, now what we'll do is, people always ask me, hey, what? I want to sell some call option. So let's look at what we can sell, call options for. So when you sell call options, you typically want, to begin with, you want liquid stocks, let's say volume greater than 1 million shares traded. And once that's under the belt here, we want low RSI stocks here. When you buy call options, you want RSI to be low, so that way there is a nice chance stock will bounce back. And also you want volatility to be IV percentile to be low. Let's say we want low IV percentile, so that will kind of narrow down at least a good candidates where there is a low IV percentile and low RSI. Next, what we want is we want gross margin positive companies. We want companies to make money and nice margin here. So these are the great candidates to start with. And we can also say we want positive net margin. So that will positive sales, that will eliminate some weak links here, and some newer companies. Let's say we want positive sales growth. Now we are even getting stronger candidates. So these are the candidates. If the stock price is low, like Cinedigm here, you could buy stock outright. Don't waste your time on buying call options here. But if the price is a little higher, like NVTA $19, if you don't want to pay $19, you could buy some call options, maybe 100 days out or so, and take it from there. So if I were to buy call options, I would choose these type of candidates here with the low IV percentile, low RSI, and I want nice fundamentals, gross margin, sales growth. I would be buying call options on these candidates here, and then go from there. So next, what we'll do is, people always ask me, hey, what? I want to buy low price stocks with the great growth potential. So let's look at that list here. Let's say we want liquid stocks, volume greater than 1 million, and we want to buy low price stocks. Let's start with price less than $10. These are really low price stocks, as you can see here. Let's say we want low RSI here, and low and nice profit margin or gross margin. Now we are getting some good candidates here. You could look at these stocks, and if you want positive sales growth, that's always good to have. So now you get shorter list here. You could if you want to buy stock outright, you don't want to spend too much money, you should be looking at these stocks here, like DCPH, AMRS. All have got nice quarter over quarter growth, nice gross margin. You could safely buy this and sock it away. And if you even want to be a little more careful, you could go after low debt candidates here. Now we eliminated some more weak links here. And you could also say, I want net margin positive. So now we get strong stocks with the low price, and even net margin positive companies here. These are stronger players here. You could buy these stocks, low dollar stock, as you can see here, and these are safe ones to bet on and go from there. And some folks want to go a little higher, stock price less than 15, so we could look at that. Here we get a little more list here. Look, we got great stocks here. We got stocks like say Tiger, good one. Himax is a good one here. And we got great stocks, as you can see here. Huya, it's also a great stock to buy at these levels here and go from there. And some folks want to even you might want to go a little higher. You could say price less than 30, so you could even get a little more selection for you. You could buy those candidates, and you could also buy if let's say less than 30. Yep, that's good. Oops, I think we had two things here. Let's just say less than 30. There you go. Now we got a little bit bigger list here. So you could buy these stocks here and accumulate and go from there. So with that, what we'll do now is let's see. We will look at probably the squeeze indicator. Let's see what we can buy by looking at the TTM squeeze indicator. TTM squeeze is a great indicator that tells you when the stock is going to go out of trading range. I always like this indicator. It gives a nice idea what we can do. So let's just get the squeeze stocks here. These are all with the nice squeeze. And if I hide some of these here, you could look at those squeeze candidates here. All right, let me hide up to that here. There you go. Now you see, the squeeze, for example, ALNA. There is a squeeze in 1 week here. You could look at those. It's a very low price stock, 71 cents, as you can see here. Stock is down big time. There's a squeeze in the weekly chart here. You could take a look at that and see if it's worth putting some money there. Given it's all red, so you got to be contrarian here to buy a stock like ALNA. But if you're like me, I would like a little more stronger candidates. I would say low RSI, and when you're depending on what you want to do, if you want to buy stock outright, you could just look at low RSI candidates, just like I'm doing here. And you could also say I want say low debt candidates here and positive gross margin candidates. Now we are narrowing down. These are all nice, TTM squeeze, as you can see here. Now we are getting stronger candidates. For these candidates here, you could also look at a stock which is turning around in say 1 day or 5 day. You could buy stocks like ALPP here, just a $3 stock here, trying to turn around, as you can see here. And ABCL, same story. You could buy such stocks which are turning around in near term here, still with the nice 1 day or 3 day or 1 month squeeze here, and go from there. This strategy normally works very well. You could take a look at this and see if it makes sense for you. So, and then let's look at few more things. For few folks always look at some of these big indices. You might say, what, I like to look at S&P 500 stocks, or maybe say Dow Jones Industrial Average. You could say I want to look at just Dow 30 stocks and give me stocks which are sold off with a low RSI. So now we are, looking at only those stocks in Dow Jones Industrial Average which are sold off with the low RSI, as you can see here. You could really buy these stocks given it's sold off here and go from there. What's the problem with my IV percentile? Yeah, we can take a look at that later. So you could look at these stocks here and really buy those into this weakness here with the RSI low here. You could buy them slowly. And you might wonder, hey, what? Tell me about S&P 500. Can I buy some S&P 500 stocks which are beaten down? I could say just S&P 500 here, only beaten down stocks with a low RSI. These are the good ones in S&P 500. You can buy at these levels. Great stocks, as you can see here, Amgen, JP Morgan, all with the lower RSI. You could buy those and take advantage of this weakness here. And then we could look at Russell 1000. Russell 1000 is one of my favorite ETFs here. It's got a lot good 1000 stocks, good selection here, all relatively bigger companies. So as you can see here in Russell 1000 right now, um, let's take a minute here. Okay, yeah, it's done. Looks like okay, it's done. Let's auto filter and say Russell 1000, and let's say low RSI. Yeah, let's give it a minute. Okay, we got Russell's 1000 shares here. Let's say low RSI here. So we look at only low RSI candidates as you can see here. And you could also say positive gross margin. It will take off some more weaker candidates. You could also say low debt candidates. That will eliminate some. And we could also say positive sales. This will give us nice collection of Russell 1000 shares, which are bigger shares. You could still buy at these levels here. And you can also look at IV percentile. Some of them have got high IV percentile. You could sell them put option in stocks like Encino here, given high IV percentile, and take it from there. These are great Russell 1000 shares. And some of you might wonder, hey, you know what? I don't like Russell 1000. I like Russell 2000. These small cap stocks. You could do that here and just filter on Russell 2000 here. And you should say, I want low RSI candidates. Let's give it a minute here. Oh yeah, we got it. So let's say low RSI candidates here. Now we're getting small cap stocks with a low RSI, and we should also say we want positive gross margin here. We will eliminate some of the smaller candidates here, and you could also say I want low debt here. You could eliminate some of the high debtors. Now we are getting some good names here. You could also say positive sales growth. You'll eliminate even some more candidates here. Now we are getting nice collection of stocks which are really beaten down right now. You could buy those. But if you want to be even conservative, you can say net margin positive. You will eliminate a lot of stocks, but still you'll get some good stocks here. So these are all the Russell 2000 small cap stocks, super solid, nice quarter over quarter sales growth, nice gross margin, companies that are making money right now, positive net margin, and stocks are beaten down, indicated by low RSI. These are the great candidates that you could buy and sock it away. So with that, what we'll do now is we'll probably conclude and we'll pick it up tomorrow and look at a few more trends and take it from there. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.